Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Hi, my name is Santa Claus, a.k.a. Big.
And I'm Little.
And we also got producer Mark here.
What's up, boys?
Folks, this episode is brought to you by Societa Law Personal Injury Attorneys. If you've been a bad girl or bad boy this year and you're injured in a car accident, you need more than just a lawyer. You need an advocate who truly cares and fights hard for what you deserve. Call Societa Law at 305-340-9082 or visit societalaw.com for your free consultation. Societa Law, where strength meets compassion. Guys, it's Christmas week. Tua got benched. But most importantly, the Canes. The Canes! Mark! Finally!
The Canes, baby. It's very hard to talk with this thing on. What a fantastic weekend. What a great little time. Everyone said it was a terrible game. I didn't feel that way. I loved watching every second of it. How did you feel watching it?
It was nerve-wracking to say the least. It was a crappy game, but since it was so close and watching as a fan, it was a fantastic game in my opinion. Let's just a few things. You talk shit about Ruben Bain, and that's what happens. You pissed off the strongest player on the football field. That's what happens. 3 sacks, 4 tackles for loss, and a blocked field goal. A critical blocked field goal because they would have won the game or would have changed the outcome of the game early on. And by the way, everyone's talking crap about this guy that he doesn't have long arms. He proved himself right. He made so much money this past weekend. I'm so proud of that kid. Good for him. Good for Mark Fletcher. Good for Malachi Toney. Good for Bryce Fitzgerald, who went to Belen, right?
He went to Belen.
And then he also ended up at Columbus. So he's a twofer. We love Bryce around here. And he wears the best number out there, number 13.
Number 13, yeah. It was a great weekend for football in general. I think we had a great game on Thursday, NFL. Then we had our college weekend, which was the first 2 games were very exciting. And, yeah, I agree with you, Mark. I don't understand why people say it wasn't a very good game. I mean, football is meant to play that close, and they played a very good defensive game, you could say, right? It might have not been very exciting with a lot of scores and a lot of touchdowns and a lot of things like that, but it was an exciting game because at any moment the game could have been decided, so it was nerve-wracking. Texas A&M is loud, huh? Like it's a
third down. That defense already was the best defense in the country on third down, and in the first half, it just showed we couldn't do anything in those 30-mile-an-hour winds, and Carter Davis had a rough day.
Poor kid.
Poor kicker. But you know what? He made one very important, and you move on. You move on. So
yeah, I played at Texas A&M. So my freshman year at my first university, Lemoyne College, not University College, we made it to a regional. We played against Texas A&M, and let me tell you, everything that we heard. JP, our friend, who was on the pod last Monday, was telling us how nice they were and fake nice. I'm going to disagree. They are very, very nice at all times. Now, when the game starts, of course, they do a little trash talking, gig 'em, they do their thing.
what does that mean?
I have no idea what it means. It doesn't. It sounds so stupid though too. Like why do you
That's exactly what I thought. I thought of Quagmire, and like Julian,
Well, it's doesn't have to. It has to do with like gigging frogs or something like that. No,
gigging frogs. I've never heard of that before.
I don't know, but anyways,
never gigged a frog.
Yeah, doesn't matter. The Canes went in there. I don't think they're getting enough credit because you have a lot of people saying they didn't score, they weren't impressive, they weren't all these things. It was very impressive how they played defense. It was very impressive that they could run the ball normally. It came out this week or today that Carson Beck was actually the one that told the coach, hey, we can run up the middle on these guys.
Nice.
We don't have to do anything else. And obviously we saw Mark Fletcher, who's been there for 4 years, right? Mm-hmm. And he's been there through the thick and thin, never transferred, never did his thing, and came through big for the Canes. It's a feel good. And what I was going to say was that going on the road in college is not the same. It's a very big advantage for the home team. It was 104,000 fans. There was a lot of Canes fans out there, but mostly, obviously, Texas A&M fans. And they went in there, they took care of business, and now they get to avenge the 2002 loss.
Yeah, everyone keeps saying that about the 2000 loss. I hate Ohio State. They're up there with UF and Notre Dame for me. But don't get me wrong. We're not looking at revisionist history. We're focusing on now. On New Year's Eve, 7:30 p.m., Cotton Bowl, Ohio State Buckeyes versus your Miami Hurricanes. Listen, Jeremiah Smith already is coming out talking shit about 2000 and that they got something for us. Okay? He might be one of the best players in college football, but we have the better player in college football in Malachi Toney. Okay? He was supposed to go to Ohio State, but he wanted to stay home with his parents, near his parents, and called Ryan Day and Jeremiah Smith right before signing day and said, sorry, I'm staying here with the Canes. That's where we're at. We have the better receiver. We have the better offensive line. Okay? We have the better defense. We're going to go in there in Dallas, and we're going to show who's boss. 8.5 points, underdogs. 8.5 points, Mark. Listen, Fernando Mendoza, Indiana, they showed the recipe how to beat this incomparable football team that is Ohio State. They're going to be pissed. I don't care. You hit him in the mouth. You beat him where it's at. You run the football. You get after that quarterback who looks like he's 18 years old and just got his first hand job the other day. I don't give a shit anymore. The Canes are back. I told you that they were the dangerous team in the tournament. And here we are, the 10th seed. No respect. Keep putting it in their mouth. And don't say anything, boys. Canes, let them talk all the shit that they want and keep the receipts just like we did last week. That's it. That's it. Mark, you're going to be at my house New Year's Eve.
We ballin', boy. Hey. Let's go, boys. Just like the old days, baby. It's the old days. We're back. We can officially say that. We have been saying that every single year. And we can officially say that. What you know about them Miami boys, baby? Get it, Santa. Get it, Santa. Oh
God. Oh, man. Is this what it feels like to win in the playoffs?
I mean, it's one win. You can just kind of calm down for a second.
We haven't had a playoff win in this
the closest
city in 20 years, guys.
No, and a football win, a football playoff
win. We're a football podcast.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I just enjoy it. Just let it come. But if you guys want more football talk, Canes football talk, go to Canes Insight, check them out. And again, remember that we are part of 76 Sports Network. So if you want more content from baseball, football, Canes, Dolphins, like and subscribe 786 Sports where you watch us on our YouTube page. And we'll keep going. No one's asked me why I'm wearing a Steelers shirt. So I'm going to tell you, I lost a bet.
Why are you wearing a Steelers shirt?
Oh, thanks, Santa. I lost a bet at work to MJ. I'm going to let her know. She's a big Steelers fan, and we had this bet. I knew that I was most likely going to have to wear this shirt. So here I am wearing Steelers gear. Sorry, MJ, if you're paying attention. I'm not going to wear it long because we have a kind of a theme, and it's just Christmas week. So at some point, there'll be a Christmas sweater on. So let's get back to the show.
Even more importantly, I mean, not more than importantly, but something else huge happened, and Christmas came early. Tua Tagovailoa is no longer the starting quarterback for the Miami Dolphins, okay? Let's get into this. We got some big news last week after the live stream in Pittsburgh. After that putrid performance by Tua, he gets benched, not for Zach Wilson, but for Quinn Ewers. So, Chris, as the number one fan of Tua Tagovailoa, and I know that this really hits you hard, why don't you tell the folks what you're feeling this entire week?
It's ultimately a very, very sad day, sad week. And if anybody tells you something different, they're lying, because we all did this together. We all tanked for Tua. Most of the fan base was excited for it. I know that we have some people who hated him from the very beginning and always are going to tell you now they're right, but on certain times they wouldn't even give him credit because it's called confirmation bias, and that's what they wanted to do. But the reason why you're a Dolphin fan, and if you were a hater this whole time and you're celebrating, you're not a Dolphin fan, because he was the closest thing that we had to an actual franchise quarterback. We got the glimpse of it in 2023. We saw in the next year that we had a momentum going, and then he got hurt, and then ultimately we are here where we are. I'm not sitting here advocating for his job. I'm not going to do that because he didn't play to deserve it this year. But it is funny that he's doing great. He has one bad year, and we're just gonna bench him, blame him, and it's over. I said it on the the video that I put on when the news broke out. 2 down and 1 more to go, and I'm going to be firm on that. I think big guy over here may think differently because we've been talking with some of our friends and tailgates and stuff like that. But if you're totally happy that this is happening, then you're not a Dolphin fan, because ultimately we failed at the rebuild. We failed at everything that we set out to do, and we have. There's no doubt about it. We have, and we're starting over again. We're back. We're back here. Everyone's asking me what I would do as a GM. I would do what we tried to do 2019, but hopefully they can hit this time, because that's an absolute fail. We don't have to get into it because that person is gone, but it's a sad day, Ryan. That's how I feel.
It is a sad day. He gave us the best moments probably of our Dolphins lifetime, you would say. That we always talk about that 2023 season, but also that Ravens game comes to mind of that incredible comeback. Obviously the 70-point game against Denver. Even that Bills game, the Bills game with the heat stroke in Miami. I think that was 2022.
The Bills game that they lost, he was actually fantastic that game. And brought them back to win in 2023 was it. That's all he had. Well, we didn't, in our heart of hearts, as both, I say all 3 of us were big Tua fans and excited, and there's a video, and this guy wants to say, he was super excited for it. There's a team doctor around, and he said that guy can't stay healthy in college. Why would you think he can stay healthy in the NFL? And that's why he wouldn't draft him. I still didn't care. I wanted him, and we did, and that's ultimately the reason why he failed. Everything else, I'm going to say differently, but his injuries were a little bit too much, and you could see it, whether it's his hip, whether it's his ankle, whether it's concussions. He doesn't have it this year. It's completely off. There's so much regression in every part of his game. Athleticism, his little arm strength is even less than it was before. And I thought he was going to be this sharp mental guy on the field and just pick defenses apart. He's very, very far from that, as he's the leading guy in the league with interceptions, and they all come against zone defenses. And I think that says enough that he doesn't really understand what's going on.
Did you say little arm? Did you call his arm little?
Maybe.
You're absolutely right. He has a little arm.
Yeah.
He has a little arm. It's a shame, but what I want, Chris, out of all this, most for Christmas, is for us to just draft a monster.
Yeah.
The next guy has to be a monster. Somebody that can run the ball, escape, but has that arm talent. I want a physical guy. I don't want this little, we went all about speed. In the NFL, when it gets to, December and January, you need to hit people in the face. And it starts with the trenches. And I think we're doing that right now. We'll get to what happened yesterday, but Tua, good luck to you, brother. I don't know if you're going to be on this football team next year. We have plenty of months to talk about that. We're going to go in, whether it's going to be dead cap or whatever. We'll give you all the latest news here and what we're hearing on LBO. But now we get reports. We're into the tailgate yesterday, and Ian Rappaport, who is getting all of the news from Miami Dolphins land, reports that Mike McDaniel is safe for 2026.
So before we continue, Emma, hi. So
what do you feel that way? How do you feel about that?
So clearly there was something going on last week. Ian Rappaport has been on the side of McDaniel all year. He started off with that, that he's trying to separate himself from Tua. How good can you do with Tua? He needs a better quarterback, all this stuff. Now, he was the one in the forefront saying that McDaniel's going to be safe, that he's safe. Adam Schefter today came out pretty strongly and said he doesn't hear the same thing.
Thank God. Thank goodness.
Barry Jackson has not said anything. Barry Jackson, Miami Herald, which is the best local insider. So if you want your local inside stuff, Barry Jackson, Miami Herald, that's the guy to follow.
We love you, Barry.
He said that's more along the lines of what he's thinking, not that he's reporting or sources or anything like that, but just more of what he's thinking is that it's still up in the air. So hopefully that is true, because I don't see McDaniel as the answer. I think he picked a scapegoat, and this year when he was able to jump off, he absolutely jumped off as quick as he can to save his own job. And that was a problem when I said in the preseason, when I said in week one, Amy, is that this is the biggest problem with coming into a season like this. Everyone's going to point the finger. Chris Greer started pointing the finger. McDaniel is pointing the finger. Obviously, the power struggle we see right now is going towards McDaniel, but it's no good, man. You said speed. Whose idea was it to build a team full of speed?
Mike McDaniel.
Mike McDaniel, okay? Whose idea was it to go upstairs and say, I need Tua for my offense? Mike McDaniel.
Mike McDaniel.
So he's just as much to blame in this. And if we're going to continue talking about Mike McDaniel, we can continue because we're going to blame Tua. That's completely fine. But this is the same coach that going into halftime, if he's losing, he's 4-23 in games, losing 4-23. This is the same guy that this very year he's flabbergasted and so angry. Oh, I'm angry, Mike McDaniel, that in the third quarter, okay, why do we keep giving up games? It's your team that gives up minus 86 points differential in the third quarter, over minus 800 in yards in the third quarter.
Oh.
How many games have we lost in that? Who are you blaming? Are you blaming Tua? You can't. He's on the bench. Yesterday was the same thing. It was the same exact thing. You try to be too cute all the time, and you try to, you panic. You're the first one to panic. Another thing, Devon Achane, when we give him more than 20 touches a game, we are significantly better. We're 1-9 when he gets less than 20 touches a game. Give the guy the ball. Waller, give him the ball. Waddle, give him the ball. I have no sympathy for Mike McDaniel. He does not know what he's doing, and he panics at every moment when something goes wrong, and he doesn't prepare this team beginning or the end. The team has continuously gives up on him all the time. And I don't want to see this coach back next year. If he's here, I'm going to support you. I promise I'll do that, but I'm not here for it.
Tell us how you really feel.
Interesting enough.
Those third quarter stats, my gosh. Wow.
It's brutal. I mean, that's who he is. We're blaming him, but what's his record without Tua? He wants to pick another starter. Okay, we're going to give him the trust that he's going to pick a guy that's going to be good for his system. How many wins as a starter, someone else starting the game, does he have? 3. He has 3 total wins in those games. No, he's not the guy. He can't figure it out. And if you guys think that he can, you're blinded. You're blinded to the fact. I'm not taking blame away from Tua, but Kurt Warner a week ago put a beautiful display on what happened to the Steelers game, and he wants to know exactly where you want him to throw. Go and watch it, and you come back to me and you tell me that you're confident that Mike McDaniel can put on a pass game that's going to be successful in the future without Tyreek Hill and without Tua being a magician the way that he was in 2023. Now, they put things on tape, and the league caught up to him, and he was done. So that's why we're moving on from Tua. But we also got to move on from someone else because he can't figure it out either, and his name is Coach McDaniel.
Sorry, Mark. Go ahead.
That was a fantastic reel, and he's wearing a Steelers shirt. Well, when people are going to find that on Instagram, they're going to be like, the Steelers fan really hates Mike McDaniel. What's going on here?
Well, good. All right. I'll be like, that wasn't me. I would never wear a Steelers shirt.
What he did in that Monday Night Football game last week, we didn't really talk about the Steelers recap. What he did at the end of the game with the clock management again and all the timeouts that he had, and we were here, so we were going to listen to Troy Aikman. Troy Aikman was flabbergasted by this guy. He just, ever since he came into the league as the head coach into the Dolphins organization, clock management has been his number one issue, in my opinion. And he's always getting in, always taking timeouts early in the first half. Just makes no adjustments. He's 3-9 without Tua right now, not including yesterday's loss. So I think he's 3-10 now. Mike McDaniel, you are vying for your job right now, these last 2 games, because yesterday, Chris, Joe Burrow came into town and ripped us a new one. He looked like Tiny Tim ripping into a holiday ham, okay? This guy was absolutely back, throwing it to Chase Brown, who ruined my fantasy football.
3 touchdowns.
Yeah, ruined my fantasy football playoffs. I lost to Los Primos. Shout out to Los Primos, who beat the shit out of me in the semifinals. 4 touchdowns for this guy. There's also a magic number that is 4 when it comes to Joe Burrow. And the reports came out that before the 2020 draft, the Miami Dolphins went to the Bengals and offered 4 first-round picks for Joe Burrow to move up to the first and get Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Life would have been so much better. I might have been skinny by now. If that, the butterfly effect, what happens if they say yes and we get Joe Burrow? We probably have 3 Super Bowls by now. I'm probably have a 6-pack. You probably, I was going to say something. I'm not going to say it. It's Christmas time. But life could be so much better if we had Joe Burrow.
Or we could have had a quarterback that is hurt all the time as well. And we would have been in the same position.
Whoa, is that what you feel about Joe Burrow?
I mean, he's phenomenal. I'm not saying that he's Tua. He's a phenomenal player, but the dude gets hurt every other year. Like, bad.
He does. Mark's absolutely right. He does.
He's injury prone.
But he's also had one of the worst offensive lines because we have bad roster construction. Well, they just followed our lead because they paid 2 receivers and him, and then they can't draft for anything. So that's why he's always getting hit and injured. But he is Joe Burrow. That is the baddest guy. If you guys want anything close to Dan Marino, it's Joe Burrow. If you want anything close to the mentality of Tom Brady, it's Joe Burrow. Give me Joe Burrow. And what I'm shocked about is that people are like, wow, that's a lot. No, you go get Joe Burrow. And I'll tell you right now, I'll give up 4 first-rounders for him right now as well.
Oh, in a heartbeat.
In a heartbeat. Not even thinking about it, okay? You can have Tua for free. How about that, Bengals? 4 first-rounders and Tua, okay? How does that sound? Let's make a deal.
Do we have to pay Tua while he's gone, right?
Yes.
Because they're not going to pay Tua because
I don't care.
They don't even pay to clean off the snow off their chairs. What do they?
No, terrible franchise.
Terrible.
That Browns ownership. I mean, the Brown owners. That the Browns, the family, just has been historically a bad franchise and how they treat their players and how they treat their organization. Joe Burrow is out there in the media, kind of saying like, in a perfect world, I'd be here with the Bengals, but shaking his head whether he'd be somebody else. Come to Miami, dude. We will appreciate you. We will protect you. You got Patrick Paul on the left side, okay? Chris, Mark, if the Dolphins are in the top 10, I don't know if we're going to be in the top 10 in draft pick right now. Can we go get Francis Mauigoa from UM and shore up the right side for the next 12 years?
Yeah, so as you said, we'll get into this plenty, but I would agree with you, Ryan. If we were at 10, I just want to continue with the lines. Jonah, he's been up and down, but I'm going to be hopeful that he comes through. You got Patrick Paul, who's a very good player. Brewer's a good player in this system. I don't know if he goes, but at least we have him there. And then if you get a right tackle like him, and we can shore up the lines for the next year, because the next year is when all these guys are going to come out. Again, this is the 2019 playbook. I don't know if we're going to hit, but I don't see anything else coming out this year unless Dante Moore comes out and we're in top 10 and we can flip up, because the Titans and the Giants, there's a chance that they might not take a quarterback. So they're going to be up there. Hopefully we can get up in front of the Jets. They don't know that the Jets are going to be wanting Mendoza or Moore or any of these guys. That's the playbook for the offseason, but that's for another show.
Right now we're 11th. We'd have the 11th pick right now.
I can't believe we're here. That's what I
11th or 12th pick. We're here, buddy, and it's going to be a long road to us celebrating again for this Dolphins team. I mean, if we keep Mike McDaniel for another year, and it's Quinn Ewers, let's get to Quinn Ewers and what happened yesterday. It's going to be a long year. It's going to be a lot of growing pains. We are committed to this football team financially and loyally, and it's going to be a rough go at this to have a podcast for this shitty football team. But we're back here.
I mean, it's like our boy Gene told us, it's moments. And that actually changed my outlook for this year, because from the very beginning, we knew it was over. We had a funeral in week 1, guys. So we're no fools here. Okay. We know exactly. I told you guys to panic in the preseason. I told you after week 1, or we told you funeral. Me, Amy, this team isn't going anywhere. And I can tell you right now, if we have Mike McDaniel next year, we're not going anywhere. Let's see how the offseason goes. But there's a lot of dead cap. That's another conversation for another day, because if we go into the dead cap, we'll be here. We'll be dead.
Did you tell me that Jalen Ramsey is on our books for next year too?
All right, you want to get into it this year? I'll do it right now. I'll tell you what the cap hits are. Give me 1 second. Talk for me here.
Okay. All right.
All right, I got it. Here it is. So we got Tua at 56.4. We have Tyreek at 51.9.
Oh.
We have Bradley Chubb at 31.2. And I don't think Bradley Chubb was on the field yesterday, was he? Oh, that's a joke. He was on there. He didn't do anything. Then we got Minka at 18.8. He was injured. And then Jalen Ramsey at dead cap 20.9. That's the top 2026 cap hips. This is from CBS at the game yesterday. Our current space is minus 2.7 million. It's 28th in the NFL. We had a soft reset this year. I think we need a hard reset next year. Cut the cost. And to your point, Quinn Ewers, what did we see from Quinn Ewers? Are you excited? Are you, banging your chest, saying, me, Amy, I knew we should have picked him? What do you got? The rattlesnake in his boots?
He showed the reason why he was a late round draft pick, a 7th round draft pick yesterday. At first, my first reaction in the stands was, I didn't know that he had that arm talent. I thought he was zipping it. We had our buddy, we were with him yesterday at Beak Out, the sponsor. He was saying he wasn't impressed by his arm talent. I thought I would certainly was. I don't know if it was that or like you said, it's because we've been watching Tua Tagovailoa sling the rock the last 5 years. But I thought the arm talent was there. He was slinging it downfield a little bit, but a little bit too much slinging it downfield because that's what happens when you just throw it up to a 6-foot receiver in Jalen Waddle, 5'11", whatever he is, and he's not going to win those one-on-one balls. Did he go out of his way to make a play there? In my opinion, no. But Jalen Waddle's demeanor yesterday, we saw it on the field. He looked demoralized. He didn't look intrigued. He looked pissed yesterday.
Yeah, I truly wonder if the entire team, because I know that this was made because you can't lose the team, and they know that Tua's not looking good enough, which we all agree he wasn't. But it didn't really seem like the team felt that way yesterday, specifically Jalen Waddle. He's usually happy and doing all his stuff. He was just kind of running routes yesterday. And I'm not meaning to call out Waddle. Like, you have every right to be feeling the way that you're feeling, in my opinion. And to your point, adversity creates opportunity. That's Mike McDaniel saying. Another one is I want conviction. He had conviction in throwing a bunch of interceptions yesterday. That's the conviction that he had. He just picked a spot and threw it. And I'm not blaming Quinn Ewers. It's very difficult to be the practice squad guy, to be the guy that's pretending to be the other team and actually playing your own system, which is another head scratcher. If you wanted him to be prepared, why wasn't he the number 2 guy instead of Zach Wilson for all these weeks? But again, who are we? What do we know about football? I mean, if you want that guy to be the guy, he should be running our offense instead of running the other team's offense. But I digress. Quinn Ewers looked fine. He looked like a backup quarterback. That's what he looked like. He didn't look like a starter. He looked like he's doing his best out there, and hopefully he builds a little bit. He's got the Bucks coming in. He's going to look probably about the same, and we're probably not going to give A-Chan the ball enough because we're going to get down in the game, and Baker's going to make some plays, and Mike Evans is going to catch balls on us, and Book Bud's going to do his thing, and we're going to throw a bunch of picks. That's what I'm saying.
Scrooge over here. Ball humbug. Quinn Ewers, 20 for 30 yesterday.
The Grinch, bro. The Grinch.
The Grinch. Sorry. 260 yards and 2 interceptions. No sacks yesterday. That was one thing I will say about him. He had a quick release yesterday. He didn't look too frazzled in the pocket.
No, he didn't.
That was the one thing I would say that would impress me along with the arm talent. Obviously, the decision-making could be up there. He threw one to Darren Waller that Darren Waller went and grabbed.
Should have been a
post.
pick.
It should have been a pick. But nonetheless, first start against Joe Burrow, let's go over him. 25 for 32 with 309 yards and 4 touchdowns. Chase Brown had 1 touchdown on the ground and 2 in the air. T. Higgins had another touchdown through the air. Los Primos went ballistic on me. And Jamar Chase, another game of 9 receptions, 109 yards. Jalen Waddle, 5 for 72. Greg Dulcich with a fumble, 3 for 46. And Darren Waller, 3 for 40. Devon Achane, 18 touches. Not the magic number of 20 or more. 18 touches, 15 carries for 81 yards, 5.5 yards an average with a touchdown.
Yeah. I want to say off the top of my head, I think they're 5-0 when they do that. So that's only 5 times that he actually.
And how many wins do we have this season? 6.
6.
Right? Yeah. So maybe that should be the recipe. So Miami Dolphins are in flux right now. It's been like this for 20 freaking years. It is what it is. I got on my Christmas tree at home. I have this little thing that says all I want for Christmas is a Miami Dolphins Super Bowl. If you had to say a year, guys, both of you, while Mark chokes in the background, what year do you think the Dolphins are going to make the Super Bowl?
The Super Bowl?
The Super Bowl.
I mean,
just say a year.
I could just throw out any year because
any year. Just throw a year, real quick.
What year would it be when I'm 91 years old? Because we're going to be like the Cub fans, like they're crying, and hopefully I live to be 91. Who knows if that's going to happen? I don't see it at any time in our lifetime. Like, I just can't see it. There's a curse. We're going to go back to the curse. Until we put a statue up for the Tequesta Indians, we're not going to win anything.
So that would be 2078.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah.
2078.
That sounds about right.
Mark? Just throw out a year.
I'm going to go 2032.
Oh, yeah. 7 years.
We're turning this around. We're going to turn it around.
It's going to be a 7-year
we
rebuild.
have to, dude. We have to.
We have to just fall backwards into being a winning football team.
There's no way that the Marlins have done this thing twice, and the Dolphins can't.
Look at the
figure it out.
Jaguars right now. Look at the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence
On
going
his fourth
bananas.
coach. Yeah.
4 touchdowns in 2 straight games.
He has like 10 touchdowns in the last 2 games, doesn't he?
He's unbelievable. The guy's unbelievable. They fell backwards into this. We could do the same thing, okay? It's going to happen. It's going to come. Just be patient, folks. If you follow him, then it's going to be in 2078. For sure I'm not going to be there, knowing my BMI and my obesity and heart rate and stuff like that. I'm not going to be here at that time. But
Shit, you don't know about there's Modern Magic. They have you by like at least 200. You don't know.
at least 200.
At
At least 200.
Modern medicine.
Okay, so a lot went down in the NFL this past weekend. I just real quick wanted to go. Do you want to go through some of the scores? Or you want to just go to LBL locks?
Yeah, but one more thing before we do that. We are reading these comments. So AJR305, I see that you're talking about QBs. We do agree that there are some QBs in this draft in the second and third round that we would be interested in, but not going to lie here. It's not like we've gone way into the weeds yet. There are a couple guys. There's a guy in Arkansas that I like a little bit. Yeah. And if Lenore Sellers comes out, that's my number one. I know that's not Ryan's. But I'm just giving you a little teaser. We're going to go into it when we get to the offseason. But right now, Ryan, let's recap the week because it was a great week.
Yeah, Jenny Diarma saying 2029, so in 4 years. I absolutely love that. Okay, so let's go through it. The Thursday night football game was absolutely incredible. Rams at Seahawks, a thriller in Seattle. Matt Stafford, 457 yards and 3 touchdowns on my fantasy football team. It didn't really matter. Kenneth Walker, 11 carries, 100 yards and a touchdown. And Puka Nacua, who is an absolute monster, 12 catches, 225 yards, and 2 touchdowns. But it wasn't enough for Sam Darnold and the Seattle Seahawks going for two in overtime, tying the game, and then going to Eric Seibert.
But did you watch this game?
I did watch this game. I stayed up late.
This is unbelievable. First of all, anybody who stuck with Kenneth Walker all year and played him in the playoffs, congratulations, because he went off. He had 100 yards and a touchdown, which they never give him the ball. So that's
Only 11 carries.
Again, I digress. But this was so interesting. So first of all, you can't fumble the ball forward into the end
let's
zone.
talk about this 2-point conversion.
You can't do that. Like, it's illegal. Like, the play's over. So this 2-point conversion was incomplete, okay? If you guys weren't watching, they were trying to get the second score to tie the game. It was incomplete. He throws it to his left. The lineman hits it. It goes forward. However, he was technically throwing the ball behind him. So it was like behind him by like this much, okay? By like 1 centimeter.
Live ball.
And the ball's live. So Charbonnet goes up and just picks up the ball like he's picking up a banana that just fell. And all of a sudden,
Bananas.
Yeah.
banana's falling.
Potassium.
Touchdown. He has a clear possession of the ball. So they review it, and the 2-point conversion worked. I don't know about that, man.
Did you hear the whistle? Someone blew a whistle before he picked that ball up, by the way.
Yeah, and that's why you just got
What's going on there? I mean, that's absolutely asinine. That's how they tied the game at 30, I believe. And then they go into overtime. Puka Nacua scores a touchdown from like 40 yards out. And then Darnold and this team comes back. They score a touchdown, and they go for it on 2. McDonald. Mike McDonald knows what he's doing. He knew that if they end up in a tie there, the Rams had the tiebreaker. So you have to go for the win there. I'm happy for the Seahawks. I still think that the Rams are the best team in football. Okay? But right now, the Rams are the 5 seed. They went all the way from the 1 seed to the 5 seed. That's how crazy the NFC West is
and
this
if you're with us and you have conspiracy to think that the things are a little bit rigged here, I think this game proves it a little bit because I don't know. Those refs started. There's also like a catch, right, with Njigba on the side where he wasn't really inbounds and they called it in.
Oh, I don't remember that. Yeah,
It was a phenomenal catch, regardless.
My dad had both Stafford and Puka on his team.
My
They
gosh.
got him over like 80 points.
Yeah,
the two of them.
So he's on his way to a
His
championship.
Correct. He was playing Tiffany, and I was in the other semi, and I went against someone else who had 40 points. I can't remember who, but
Chase Brown, maybe.
we both lost.
Ouch.
Rough
For the Altieri household. All right, the Eagles went into the Commanders on Saturday afternoon. Jalen Hurts, 185 yards, 2 touchdowns. Saquon Barkley went off again, 21 carries, 132 yards, and a touchdown. A.J. Brown also 9 catches for 95 yards. 29-18, the Eagles win. They are now atop again the East and the NFC East. They're looking like they're priced out after that 3-loss winning streak. 3-game losing streak. Now they're gonna play the Bills, and we'll talk about that. Well, they'll be a locks. Okay,
All right, we'll get to that. But I want to get to the next game, Ryan. Go tell me about the Packers and Bears. What happened in the Packers and the Bears?
Packers and the Bears. What a comeback! Caleb Williams, folks, he's arrived. This kid is 6. He has 6 comebacks this year. Is that what I read, or is that his career in the last 2 years?
So I saw that there was like 4 games where they came back and won, and 2 of them had like 20 seconds left, and this game was the same. This game was probably over. No one gets an onside kick anymore, and they got an onside kick to win the game. And then, look, I know he's a jerk, and I understand that. But I remember when when the Lions won 1 game, and we were playing them in our beautiful 2023 year that we keep talking about, and we were just going toe to toe with the Lions. I was like, who is the offensive coordinator? To my surprise, of course, a former Dolphin assistant, Ben Johnson, is the offensive coordinator, calling beautiful plays, and guys are just getting open, and he's a dick. He's such a jerk. For no reason at all, he calls out Matt LaFleur, and they have a nice little feud now, and let me tell you, Caleb at the end of the game said, we've been practicing this all week. I couldn't believe I got the look that I wanted. I told Ben I got it. Ben said, if I get it, we're going to make this throw. And he put a freaking dime in DJ Moore.
Great catch by DJ Moore.
Right?
Yeah.
In his arms to win the game. A 40-yard pass, something like that. And you know what? Packers, cheesehead, we were talking about it the other day. I'm no longer on the Packers because you guys lost me a fantasy football. All 3 of you, Jordan Love, Jacobs, and Watson shot the bed, and I lost. So, you know what? I'm happy the Bears won.
We're not going to Lambeau. We're not going to Lambeau next year.
No, we might have to go to Dallas. So that's why I thought, I'll do this. But if I go to Lambeau, then maybe I'll change up my team.
Next year, the reports are, folks, the Dolphins will play in Lambeau, Green Bay, in Dallas against the Cowboys, and there was another one. Oh, I think
Arrowhead.
the Bengals.
Bengals,
and in Arrowhead, which Arrowhead, there's some news that they're no longer going to be in Arrowhead.
They're no longer going to be in Missouri anymore either.
Wow.
They're going to Kansas. They're going to be Kansas City, Kansas.
I don't think we're in Kansas anymore.
Exactly. They're going to have a big, beautiful dome.
Wow.
They're going over there. So that's going to be a shocker for those people in Missouri. But I'll tell you another thing that I don't want is Malik Willis, who's a very nice player. He's a very nice backup. In college, he played for Liberty, and he was a nice prospect. But now everyone's saying, like, he could be a starter. He could be a starter. No. This is like A.J. Feely all over again. And if you don't know who A.J. Feely was, that was a backup for the Eagles that everyone thought we gave up a second-round pick for A.J. Feely.
He was sexy.
Malik Willis is a very nice backup. Do not bring him over here to be the starter. Do not pay him. Do not give up draft picks because...
Are you serious? Do you remember him in the Titans? He was terrible. Absolutely. No one should be asking for that guy to be their starting quarterback.
Well, here's the thing with like backups.
I hope not, Chris. They're not that delusional. You think people are that delusional?
I'm already hearing it, Ryan.
Are you serious?
People go with backups. They think they see such a small sample size, and usually when a backup comes in, might be like during a game, which they're not prepared for that person's style of play. But you just give it a couple games, and the tape catches up, and they figure out the backups. That's why they're backups for a reason. We've dealt with this for the Dolphins so many times. Matt Moore, like We know about this. You
You
can't.
forgot the first one.
Ray Lucas.
Ray Lucas.
Ray Lucas.
That was in our lifetime. Obviously, Damon Heward was also a guy, and he lost the job to another backup, Jay Fiedler.
Gus Frerotte.
Gus Frerotte was a starter, though, in the league.
Yeah, but he was.
We signed him to be the starter, too.
Oh, okay.
Ugh.
Yeah, I thought he was our backup. All right, let's go into it. The Bills taking on the Browns. It was a slugfest here. It was a close game, but the Bills ended up winning this 23-20. James Cook is an absolute monster. Got paid this year. It does not matter. That guy is a freak. He's nasty. 16 carries, 117 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Josh Allen probably lost a lot of people their fantasy football semifinal this week. Pretty tough if that happened to you. The Chargers going into Jerry's world. The Cowboys are dead. It's over. The experiment didn't work. Their defense gave up 34 points against the Chargers. Justin Herbert. The Chargers are 11-4. They have a fantastic defense. And Justin Herbert, another 300-yard game, 2 touchdowns, and Amari and Hampton with a touchdown and 85 yards. You know, Dallas, they got a lot of holes. It is what it is. But the Chargers are what we got to talk about here. The Chargers and Justin Herbert are for real. Now, they're only, I think, 1 game back of the Broncos. So it could be.
Right, the Broncos lost, which we'll get to. But you know what's funny is that everyone says Stephen Ross is the problem. He doesn't know what he's doing. He just can't close because he has the right ideas. He wanted Harbaugh, right? Harbaugh's a coach there now, if you guys didn't know. He won a national championship with Michigan, which is Stephen Ross's school. And now he's taking the Chargers to 11-4. He took them to the playoffs last year. And now they're rolling their way into being one of the 2 team contenders. There's another guy that he wanted. His name was Sean Payton. And he's in the Broncos. He's actually got into a situation as bad as the Dolphins do. So, Ross, listen up. I'm with you. I'm with your ideas, okay? Just make sure that it happens. Don't listen to the people around you that are trying to save their jobs, okay? I don't know who you're talking to on the phone that's not part of the organization is telling you to go get these guys that you're going to win. Listen to that guy. And then when the other guys come into the room and try to butter you up and bring you like a scotch for Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever it is, you make sure that you close it and listen to your heart. Go after the big gun. Go get the guy that's going to save this franchise, not the next young hot coordinator. Go get an experienced guy that knows how it works.
We'll get to that guy.
I keep digressing today.
He's going to come. He's going to come later on. The Chiefs losing in Tennessee. The Tennessee Titans winning another game, third of the season, 26-9. Cam Moore, 220 yards and 2 touchdowns. Tony Pollard, a 100-yard game and 102 yards. Good for the Titans. I don't know what they're doing there that you want to win games and move back, but they have their quarterback, so it is what it is. The Bengals obviously came into Miami, beat the crap out of Miami 45-21. We already spoke about that. The Jets going into New Orleans, and Tyler Shough again playing pretty well.
Yeah, please keep winning.
300 yards, 1 touchdown, beating the Jets 29-6. The Jets are firmly on their way up the standings to try and go get their future first-round quarterback. That's what they want.
Again.
The Saints are now 5-10.
Right,
Yes.
and they got the Titans and Falcons, and hopefully they can win the next 2 so that we can fall under them.
Yep, we need to keep losing. All right, the Vikings at the Giants. This was a slugfest. J.J. McCarthy got knocked out of the game, but it didn't matter. They had Aaron Jones, who was toting the rock for 85 yards. Justin Jefferson, 5 catches for 85 yards as well. And the Vikings... Oh, my God.
Are you okay?
Fur ball. The Vikings, 16-13 against the Giants. The Giants also want to lose. They're 2-13, but the Giants have their quarterback of the future.
Do they?
As of right now,
Hopefully.
Jackson Dart. Now, the Buccaneers going into Carolina, the biggest game in NFC South history. Okay, folks? It was huge. It was monumental.
You know what Jackson Dart did last game?
What did he do?
He was 7 for 13 with 33 yards and an interception.
Yesterday?
Yesterday.
Oh, against
the
Vikings?
Yeah.
Wow, Brian Flores.
I guess they got their quarterback of the future. Sorry, you could continue.
Okay. The Buccaneers taking on Bryce Young, and it wasn't enough for Baker Mayfield. Bryce Young, 181 yards, 2 touchdowns, throwing it to Tet McMillan, his first-round pick, 6 catches for 73 yards and a touchdown. The Panthers are now first in the NFC South at 8-7, a game above the Buccaneers right now. But don't worry, folks. They play the last week of the season. That could be the flex game right there. Win or go home.
The Panthers are 5-2 at home, so they're a very different team at home than they are away. So it's going to be a very interesting game in Week 18, and we'll look forward to it. Ryan's a big Tampa Bay fan, so he's rooting for them.
No. Yeah. My family's over there. No, my family lives in Tampa. They're not even Bucs fans. They're Dolphins fans. That's how much the little Fargos love the Dolphins. The Jaguars going into Mile High, putting up 34 points on that defense on the road. Trevor Lawrence going absolutely bananas. 3 touchdowns through the air, 278 yards, another touchdown on the ground. Another good game for this Jaguars defense, and Cohen, their quarterback, their head coach. Did you see him clapping back against Sean Payton?
Yeah, I love
small market team.
Yeah,
love that. Love that energy.
If you guys didn't see Sean Payton was talking about a small market team. For a small market team, they're good. Blah blah. I think what he was just saying was for a team that doesn't get a lot of attention, they should be getting more because they win. But of course, you can make it however you want. So he clapped back and he said, for a small market team, we can come in here and win. And we did. Something like that.
The Jaguars are 11-4 right now. The Broncos go down to 12-3. And now the Chargers are only 1 game back. Okay. Another gigantic football game. Atlanta Falcons taking on the Arizona Cardinals. This was a poop fest. Jacoby Brissett didn't have enough to take on Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins and Bijan Robinson went absolutely bananas yesterday, having 30-plus fantasy points with 16 carries for 76 yards and through the air, 7 catches, 92 yards, and a touchdown. Kyle Pitts, another huge game, 7 catches, 57 yards, and a touchdown, and the Falcons win 26-19. Arizona goes down to 3-12.
Can I tell everybody something before next year's fantasy football? You're going to hear it here first. Kyle Pitts is on a contract year, okay? So no one fall for it and draft him first or second as a tight end next year. He's not the guy. He's just getting paid. Continue.
Unless you're in our league, you should draft him first.
Right.
You should absolutely draft him first. The Steelers going into Detroit, playing the Lions. Huge game. Detroit can't go down to 8-7. There's no possible way. But the Steelers and Aaron Rodgers going there, but all it took was a punch to a fan. DK Metcalf grabbing a fan on the sidelines, taking a little half swing at the guy, and is now suspended for 2 games. 2 of the last games of the season, when you are in it right now, they're 2 games above the Ravens, by the way. So I will either take my $50 through cash or I take Venmo as well, by the way.
Yeah, you can get your
Thanks,
50
Pops.
Because it seems like you're going to win. But I don't care what he said. And first of all, fans, if you said something that you shouldn't have, it's all fun and games. You can get at them, you can rag on them. If you say something about their families or about their children or anything to do with that, you're so wrong. Don't do that anymore. But you can't be punching, no matter what they're saying. You can't punch.
Just
the fan.
walk away.
You gotta be bigger.
I've never seen that.
Unfortunately, you're in that stage and it sucks. But sometimes you just gotta be the bigger person, and you gotta do that there.
Yeah, I mean, be cordial to these guys. These guys are professionals. They're just trying to do their job. You don't have to be talking shit about personal things. And that's the only reason why I would think that he would have
he definitely said
that
something.
action. So this guy,
He definitely said something he shouldn't have said. That's absolutely right.
I think both people are on the wrong here. Okay, this guy wasn't just saying, hey, DK, I hope you don't play well today. He probably said something bad. So, all right, but the Steelers win the football game. The Lions are basically out of the playoffs now. They're 8-7. The Steelers are 9-6 and now top the division AFC North by 2 games over the Ravens. Steelers look like they are going to play in the playoffs and host a playoff game. The Raiders taking on the Texans. This was a close game for a very long time. Geno Smith played pretty well. 2 touchdowns. Ashton Genty, 128 yards on the road against that phenomenal Texans defense, but it wasn't enough. The Texans pull through, win the game 23-21, and the Raiders are now 2-13. They are the number 1 overall pick. Geno Smith has his last 2 games probably as a starter because the Raiders are going to go look for their future, and hopefully it's Fernando Mendoza.
Yep.
What do you think about Fernando Mendoza in Vegas? I don't really see that. He's a nice guy.
I think that's kind of good for him because we were talking about this in the car the other day. I don't think Mendoza can last in New York. Like, I don't think he can deal with the New York media. He looks like a great guy. He looks like a very calm guy. I think in Vegas, for all the distractions, I think he could probably stay away from the distractions and just concentrate on football and be the next big quarterback. You know what? We're going to say it. I'm not sure if this is true or not, but Mendoza, local kid, you could say it, Adelante from Columbus, he's going to be a stud.
Yes, he is. He's absolutely going to be a stud.
We're rooting for you.
Oh, absolutely. Buying his jersey no matter where he goes. That's for sure.
If it's a Jets jersey, you cannot buy it.
I'm going to buy a Jets jersey if he goes to the Jets.
Have I ever told you the story of when I walked in and saw Ryan wearing UF shorts? This guy's a trader all the way. Big trader.
Okay. I need to defend myself here. That's a true story. But back in the day, I work in downtown, and they used to have a Foot Locker. And I used to go on my lunch break all the time just to check out. And there was a rack there that had stuff on sale. And when I looked, they had these Nike Gator shorts for $10. These shorts are like $80 retail. So I bought them. I used them. I would take them to bed. You know, when you go urinate in the middle of the night and you have a little pee on your shorts, it is what it is. And I would piss on the Gator. That's what it was. And then this guy showed up one day, unbeknownst, at my house, and he saw me wearing them, and I had to throw them in the garbage that day.
I'm glad I saw it. I threw them in. You saw me.
I
saw you throw them away, and it's freaking blasphemy. It's blasphemy.
Well, I'm a very good. I mean, I thought that was a very good purchase.
Let's get to the last game of the week.
Huge game. It got flexed out of our game to be in the night game.
Thankfully for everybody.
Yeah, exactly. The Patriots going into the Ravens, and the Ravens needed this game. Lamar Jackson gets knocked out of the game. He's got a contusion on his back. He's probably day-to-day is what they're saying. But Drake May goes in here, has a comeback game with 380 yards and 2 touchdowns, and it was not enough for King Henry to come and have 2 touchdowns and 125 yards. It didn't matter. Stephon Diggs for the Patriots, a monster game, 9 receptions, 138 yards. But the Patriots win this football game 28-24. They're back at it. They're 12-3 now. And John Harbaugh, Chris, this is the guy I want.
Yeah. So
he's probably on the outs.
So let's let the fans
Ravens
know. Okay, this has been the theme for Baltimore this year. They've blown a lot of leads. So they blew this lead as well, 11-point lead in the fourth quarter. They blew a lead against the Buffalo Bills in week 1, and they blew another one, I think, week 2 or week 3 against Detroit. So this has kind of been the writing on the wall. They haven't won in a while, and when you're that type of organization, it kind of gets you. Heard it with Mike Tomlin earlier, but of course they played the Dolphins. That's a get-right game. Unfortunately, the Ravens played their get-right game against the Dolphins earlier in the year. So the rumors are starting to swirl a little bit. We heard earlier in the year that there was a coach and quarterback that weren't getting along, and it's kind of a big deal and kind of going under the radar. And now, after this loss, we're seeing don't be surprised if there's parting ways. If he parts ways, you wanted one Harbaugh, Stephen Ross. I already talked to you earlier. I'm going to talk to you again. This is the Harbaugh, okay? You go get him. I don't know what's going on. There are signs in here that's kind of like, oh, should we get him? Yes, go get Harbaugh, please.
Do the colluding thing you guys did before. Do it early.
No,
do it
don't
early.
No,
Just don't let anyone find out. Just do it. Get him.
No colluding. Just
get it the right way.
Wait for him to get fired, and then don't go talk to him first. Fire your guy, and then go talk to him, because that's why we didn't get the first Harbaugh in the first place.
All right, folks. We will be going over our top 3 Christmas movies of all time in a few segments. But first, let's go through fantasy football high scores. This is the semifinals for many of the leagues out there. Trevor Lawrence, another game, 40 points. Matthew Stafford and Joe Burrow, 38 points, and Justin Herbert, 37 points. For running backs, Ashton Genty, 35 points, Chase Brown, 34 points, and Bijan Robinson, 32 points. The Los Primos had both of those last 2 guys. Puka Nacua with 46 points. Chris Olave, welcome back, dude, 36 points. George Pickens and Parker Washington from the Jaguars. Penn State, Nittany Lion, 26 points each. And tight ends, Harold Fannin Jr. again, 2 weeks ago, he was up there. This past week, 19 points. Kyle Pitts, 18 points. And Taysom Hill, probably playing in his last game for the Saints, 17 points.
There's 2 more games left.
In New Orleans is what I meant. All right, LBO Locks is back. We love it. look at that graphic. We got the locks here, okay? Chris was not the winner last week. I was not the winner last week. It was producer Mark going 3-1.
That's right.
Atta boy. So I went 2-4 last week. Chris went 3-2. Mark went 3-1 and 0-1 in prop of the week. Prop of the week is absolutely terrible this year. Sorry about that. I am 57, 48-1. Chris is 46, 38-2, and Mark is 40, 50-2. Prop of the week is 5-8. So here we go. Texans at Chargers. Big game Saturday at 4:30 on NFL Network. The Chargers are -2 at home. Over under is 39.5. So let's look this up. The Texans are 8-7 against the spread. 9-6 is the under. 8-6-1 are the Chargers against the spread. 8-6-1 and the under. The Chargers are 5-2-1 against the spread at SoFi Stadium at home this year, and Houston has that 9-6 record against with the under here. Guys, these are two elite defenses. Houston allows the fewest yards per game in the league, while the Chargers under his trend is consistent. These are two great defenses. Chris, I'm not going to go with you because you weren't number one. Mark, who do you like here?
Oh, I like the Texans, baby. I feel like Texas overall needs a big win. Because if you didn't know, A&M lost.
Okay, very nice.
Yep. There we go. So I'm gonna go with the Texans on this one. I feel like I still don't trust Herbert.
Chris,
It's a short week. It's a home game. It's a good team. Houston has continued to struggle, even though they've won. They've barely been winning. I'm going to go with the Chargers simply because it's a home game. It's basically a pick 'em. So give me the Chargers.
I will also be taking the Chargers. I think defense travels with the Texans, but the Chargers have played well at home. Give me the Chargers, and I will also be taking the under here. I know it's very under, 39.5 points, but I will also be taking the under. Give me the Chargers and give me the under. All right, the Jaguars, huge game for the AFC South. The Jaguars going on the road again to Indianapolis, taking on Phillip Rivers and the Colts. Jaguars are 6.5 point favorites. Over under is 46.5. This game is on Sunday at 1 o'clock on Fox. The Jaguars are 10-5 against the spread this year, 9-6 with the over. Excuse me. The Colts are 7-5-2 against the spread, 8-6 in the over. But I want to say something here. Teams that go to Denver and play the next week are 0-7 against the spread in the last 7 games.
Wow. Where'd you find that stat?
Google Gemini. So I will be taking the Colts here. 6.5 points is a lot of points. This is a divisional game. The Colts are not out of it right now. I don't know what's going on in Monday Night Football. Last I checked, it was 7-7. But I will be taking the Colts here, and also give me the over here. Over 46.5. Both of these teams tend to go over. Chris, who do you like here?
Ryan, I agree with you. The Jaguars went to Denver. Now they're traveling again back-to-back. That's tough. Schedulers, not nice. I'm going to go with the Colts, but I'm going to go with the under.
Nice.
I like it. Mark.
I'm gonna go with the Colts. I think the Jags are gonna win, but I kind of feel like it's still gonna be a little bit of a closer game. I feel like Trevor's gonna have a little bit of a hangover, but it'll be a close game. But I'm gonna go with the Colts here. So Colts all around, baby.
All right, biggest game of the weekend here. The Eagles going into Orchard Park and taking on the Bills. The Bills. This game is on Sunday at 4:25 on Fox. The Bills are 2-point favorites. Over-under is 44. The Eagles are 9-6 against the spread, while the Bills are 7-8 against the spread. The Eagles are 10-5 with the under this year. Just shows you how good their defense is. 7-7 for the Bills. Okay, the Bills are 6-1 straight up at Highmark Stadium at home. But, folks, weather is going to be a factor here. Near freezing temperatures, 20-mile-an-hour winds at 4:25. Good point, Mark.
That's basically nighttime.
Yeah, good point. It is going to be cold. It's going to be frigid here. The over-under is 44. Chris, who do you like here?
So this game, I don't like how the Eagles have been. Like, I really don't. The over-under against -2, so it's basically a pick 'em in my mind. So I'm not betting against Josh Allen this year. I'm going Bills. And oof. I'm not touching it. It's right at the number. Vegas is good.
Yeah. Mark? Oh.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles here. I don't know why, but that's who I'm picking. It's coming from the soul. Also, I just don't want to see Buffalo win, so I'm just hoping I put that out in the ether.
All right, I will. I'm going to be taking the Bills here. I am a Josh Allen fan this season. It is what it is. I'm a fan of the guy, huge Barstool guy.
I like
I'm a
him too.
Stoolie. Over under is 44. I will be taking the under here. The Eagles. I think the weather is going to be a factor. Although Josh Allen put up a monster game 2 weeks ago against the Bengals in the snow, it doesn't matter with that guy. But I think this is be ground and pound game. Give me the under here as well. Now, another huge game. The Bears going into Levi Stadium, taking on the 49ers on the road. 49ers are -2.5 at home. Over-under is 50. This game is on Sunday night, 8:20 on NBC and Peacock. The Bears are 10-5 against the spread, folks. They're 5-1 against the spread in the last 6 games, 7-8 with the under. With the over. 8-5-1 for the 49ers against the spread, 8-6 against and the over. But San Francisco is 9-2 against the spread in their last 11 home games versus Chicago. Give me the 49ers here. I think the Bears on the road, I don't see it. Caleb Williams, a lot of magic there, but the 49ers are a complete football team. They're playing very well. The over-under here is 50. That's a lot of points. I am not going to touch that. Mark.
Sorry, I was answering chats.
The 49ers and Bears. 49ers are 2.5. Who do you like?
Let's go Bears.
Okay.
Let's go Bears. I like the Osos.
Sir?
So I agree with you. We just talked about the Bears. Early in the year, I said they haven't arrived just yet, and I still agree that they haven't arrived just yet. I love Ben Johnson. I already told you he's a jerk. I like that about him, but he's also not gonna prepare his team as well as Kyle Shanahan's gonna prepare his team. I'm thinking it's too tough to go over there to San Francisco to win this game. Give me the 49ers. I love the 49ers in this week.
Woo-wee! All right, folks, it's that time. It's Christmas time. Top 3 Christmas movies of all time. We're going to give you our top 3 list. For those that are right now on YouTube, thank you for following us. Thank you for watching on this Monday night. Shout out, put in your number 1 Christmas movie of all time. We want to hear from you guys, okay? But Mark, we're going to start with you here, okay? Do you have any honorable mentions?
Honorable mentions. Die Hard. Die Hard is.
Oof, that's a good debate. And you guys can comment right now in the chat. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
No.
Let us know.
No, it's not a Christmas movie.
You're wrong.
It's not a Christmas movie. That's my take on it, at least.
I don't care. You're wrong.
No, I agree. That's why we're here. We have opinions. Do you have an honorable mention?
I do. I have 2. But I think that someone's going to say one of them, so I'm going to leave it out. But if you guys don't, I'll come back to it. My honorable mention, Brittany calls me out on it every year. She's like, you love this movie. I'm like, yes, I do love this movie. And if I had a top 5, it probably would be number 5, and it's Miracle on 34th Street.
Whoa.
There is nothing like that movie right after Thanksgiving. You know, Brittany makes me watch Christmas movies like every single day during Christmas. So right after Thanksgiving, the first one I put on is always that because it starts off with the parade, and then nothing like make you feel like jolly, like old Saint Nick, and that's a theme I'm foreshadowing here. Miracle 31st Street is a honorable mention for me.
Never seen it. Okay, I have 3 honorable mentions here. Hopefully, I don't think that they're going to be a part of your lists. Fred Claus, I think, is a phenomenal movie. Okay, I think it's great.
A good honorable.
He is. I mean, Vince Vaughn. It's peak Vince Vaughn. He's so good in it. Paul Giamatti, and always you get a little bit of tear at the end. Being brothers, you guys should watch it. It's about brothers. You guys should go watch it.
Fred Claus.
Yeah, it's about brothers.
It's about Santa's brother, right?
Yeah, correct. But it's a thing about the brothers.
I love Vince Vaughn, but there's some movies that are just way out there that I just can't. I'm just like, why'd you do that one?
Have you seen Fred Claus?
I put it on a couple of times.
Okay, at least.
I'm not sure.
All right, this goes back to another honorable mention, the Santa Claus. I just love that movie. It's growing up, you know.
That's my number 3. We could just jump into it. That's my number 3. This
Crap.
is what's hard with having so many things, but that's for sure my number 3, Santa Claus.
Crap. And the other one, I'm just going to say, none of you guys are going to have this. The Family Stone, folks. I told you guys before.
This guy
New
with
Year's
the
Eve.
sap.
The
Did
New
you cry
Year's
in that
Eve-
one too?
Oh, I'm sorry that I'm a real person and I have real feelings. And Christmas time is about love and about crying. That's what Christmas is about being down in the dumps and then watching this movie and feeling phenomenal about yourself. I did this 4 years ago. I was building something. Santa. Sorry, I was shit. I was up late and I watched this movie, and now is my thing. We come back from Noche Buena from Grammy and Grampy's house. I put it on the tube, have a glass of wine, maybe 2, and I watch this movie and I cry my eyes out. This year, folks, I am going to share the video because I'm going to cry so much because she's no longer here. Diane Keaton, R.I.P. baby, love you.
Isn't that
Anyhow.
movie like where like brother brings home someone and then the brother starts sleeping with her?
Yes.
That's
the brother that does that reminds me of this guy. And that's why I love that movie so much. Something McDermott or Dermot Mulroney.
I've never seen the movie, so I
brothers don't do
he's
that to
the-
brothers. That's it's so messed up, dude.
Yeah, but you kind of remind me of the brother that sleeps with Sarah Jessica Parker. You're like that, you know. Well, he shots fired.
Hey.
No, like in
No,
a good,
I mean,
in a good
Sarah
way.
I'll sleep with
It's
Sarah Jessica
not
Parker.
Owen Wilson. It's Luke Wilson.
Luke
Luke
Wilson.
Wilson's a cool cat.
Yeah, no, he's good in the movie.
He's a cool cat. But
and Owen Wilson has a crooked nose like me.
yes. But Maroney, this guy reminds me of you. He's the dad in Angels in the Outfield.
Oh yeah, you always say that.
That guy reminds me of you all the time. All right, my number 3 is the Home Alones and Elf. That's my number 3. I'm going to put both of them there.
Both
You know,
of them.
you
That's-
got to pick
that's-
one. That's
you
you can't do that.
I
You
can't.
got
I
to pick
can't.
one.
There's just too many good Christmas
I mean, you
movies
just
here,
named
Sky.
6 movies here before we got to. So what is number 3? You can't do that. He
can't.
said Santa Claus. What's
I
your number
said
3?
both Home Alones and Elf. It is what it is. There's no rules here. I make the rules. I'm Santa. I make the rules.
All right, so I'll go right into it. My number 3 is Elf because it is such a Christmas movie.
So
and
good.
Will Ferrell is so good. If you don't like him, he's one of those guys that you either hate him or love him. We all here love him. But even if you don't like him, he does such a good job of bringing jolly. And then, like, just the simple things of life, like that we take for granted. Like, I'm going to take you on a date. We're going to go to get the world's best coffee. And then we're going to run through the doors. And then we're just going to go look at a Christmas tree. Life comes at us way too fast. Sensitive guy over here, I'm getting sensitive. Just slow down and enjoy those moments like Gene taught us. And that's why I love Elf, because it's moments. And that song is in my top 3 if you were paying attention as well. So I love Elf, and I'll go to number 2 since he said it. I'm going to make a take because everyone asked the question, which one is better? And I know I'm going to get shit on by the Bermudas. I don't care. Home Alone 2. Because I'm not a huge New York fan. I'm going to tell you right now, I hate New York fans. They're terrible as far as sports fans, but there's nothing like Christmas in New York. It is just a great feeling, and Home Alone 2 captures that. The pizza in the limo. Yeah, like the little walkie-talkie thing that we all wanted when we were kids. It is, and they have the little Grinch scene. I'm wearing a Grinch thing. I love Home Alone 2. I love Home Alone 1, but I'm follow the rules, and I picked the list, so I'm putting Home Alone 2 on my list.
2 scoops, make it 3. I'm not driving.
You know they have that.
I know. I've seen it.
And I told Brittany that
That's pretty cool.
if we ever go, it's like $300. I go,
You gotta do it.
I'm buying it.
You gotta do it.
I'm going to do it.
And then you also have to go and take a dip in the pool and practice your cannonballs.
For sure, that's not the real pool, though, right?
Okay.
Have you been there? Have you been to the hotel?
No, I don't make enough money to go hang out in places like that.
No, you just walk in.
The Plaza Hotel.
The Plaza Hotel. They have tea time. You can go.
You know,
and
I
have
used
tea
to.
time.
I had that thing the recorder.
Every week we talk about that you got to listen. I literally said that, and there was no response from you.
Oh, sorry, man. You're right. I wasn't listening. But what I do want to say.
Losing it, dude.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I apologize, man. I really do apologize. I just want to say one thing. My daughter says okay, just like Macaulay Culkin. Okay. You know, he says it that way. She says it the right way, and I keep telling Stoof all the time. She sounds just like Kevin McAllister. Okay. All the time. All right. Mark, number 2.
I'm sticking with that. Home Alone.
Which one?
I'm gonna go 1 just to be a little different.
Home Alone 2 is way better, by the way. It's one of those that the sequel is better than the first one.
I agree with you. We just talked about it.
Folks that are watching,
but
Home Alone 2 or number 1? Just put 2 or 1.
I don't think that everyone agrees on that one because, there's always something like the classic, But Home Alone 2, we just said because of New York.
My number 2 is How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Right. That was going to be one of my honorable mentions because I play by the rules and it would have been on my top 5. So I didn't put it on 3.
You're wearing a Grinch sweater.
There's that movie. You can continue. Sorry.
It's so good. It's so good. You don't like that movie?
It's amazing. I love the Grinch. It's so quotable. It's just awesome.
Are you two still living?
And you cry at the end, right?
Oh, of course.
Of course you do.
No. I don't cry there. I'm not that much of a sap, but Jim Carrey is just, he's all time. He's all time.
What he did for that role, like it was something like 8 hours of makeup to put it on and then 8 hours to take it off every single day. And
he said it was painful too.
He had to take like classes on like torture by like the CIA or whatever, something crazy like that to be able to withstand it. And that just show when people say that he's not an actor, I'm like, you guys, just because you don't like his humor, this guy's unbelievably talented.
Unbelievable.
It's crazy.
Unbelievable. All right. Has everyone said their number 2?
Yeah. Mark's on to number 1.
Mark? Number 1.
It's been said, but Elf. Elf is my favorite movie. I've already seen it twice this year. Also about that movie, people don't realize they didn't want to put Will Ferrell as the lead. So they kept on saying this guy is not a leading character. He cannot hold a movie.
His boy, His boy Jon Favreau didn't want him on there.
It wasn't the producer, like let's say, I guess like the studio is what it would be. The studio said that he couldn't do it, and I'm sure Jon Favreau was like, "Are you kidding me? This guy's amazing." And they went out and they did it. All the shots of him in New York were just them with a camera. Like it wasn't blocked off. It was him just walking around New York doing the things that he the jumping, the taxi thing. All of that was just them.
The gum
with a camera, and that's pretty amazing. That's pretty amazing that they did all that.
Funny,
it's so good.
It's so good.
It's so funny.
This is the North Pole. Yes, it is.
I love smiling. Smiling's my favorite.
You smell like beef and cheese.
It's so good. It could be number 1, but we have to play by the rules over here. And I'm going to say my number 1. You guys both said it already, and I gave you the foreshadowing, and it's the Santa Claus. There is nothing that makes you feel like Christmas as the magic of Santa, okay? And Miracle of 31st Street, here he is. Miracle of 31st Street starts that. You get Santa, and where he is, he's showing everyone how to do it, and then the Santa Claus. First of all, this guy, Tim Allen, what a rock star, dude. He is so funny in everything that he is, and going up to North Pole and seeing how it works and all that stuff, I love it. I watch it more than once. Finally watched it last night because I wait as close as I can to actual Christmas Day, and I couldn't wait anymore. I watched it yesterday. The Santa Claus is my number 1. Love it to death. And I will say something about your number 1, which I know what it is, and you made Brittany and I watch it, and it is god-awful. Go for it. Number 1.
Oh, freak you, dude. Are you kidding me? In the history of this top 5, we've never done that before. Before someone says they're number 1, you give them that. That's messed up. That's not the spirit of Christmas. You are a Grinch, you piece of crap.
But the Grinch.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is the greatest movie of all time.
Shitter's full.
For Christmas. It is so funny. It is so quotable. It's a Butte clock. It's so good. It's laugh out loud humor. It's in your face, punch you in the face. What's the
Elaine is great in that movie too.
She is funny.
I think it's understated.
She the neighbor, the uptight neighbor is so funny when she gets the what do you call it? The squirrel that knocks her in the head. That movie is the number 1 Christmas movie that I go to when it's Christmas time, and I go to that movie every year, and it reminds me of growing up with my family. I am a huge family guy. I love the Lafargas very much. That movie reminds me of my father and my uncle and my family. Love Christmas Vacation. Go watch it. And for you to say that it's god awful.
So I will.
You are such in the minority there. And that's fine. That's why we're on the show. We have opinions.
Yeah,
But man, that's such a crazy take for me.
So the Bermudez hate my number one, and I understand. And I gave you a hard time about your number one. You said you haven't watched Miracle on 34th Street. 4th Street, please don't go watch it because it's
Why?
about when you're a little kid and what makes you feel. I remember watching that movie in my parents'
Yeah, my mom
bed,
loves that movie.
like waiting for the night before. I think that's a big deal. Brittany and I did not laugh one time, and I'm sorry, your movie just wasn't good.
It's a old style of comedy. Like it's a little dated, but I don't know. I love it. I think it's funny. Tiffany found it funny. We watched it 2 days ago. So.
Yeah, Tiffany's an all-time human. We're not supposed to get boggled down with the comments and the people out there, but there's a guy by the name of Canes grad over here. Oh wait, saying Big's lists are always garbage.
You can't figure that out?
I know who it is, and I'm going to tell you this, sir. All right, we all talked about you when you were here on the live stream. We saw that you were a brilliant human being. We thought you were very funny. We thought you were charming. We thought all of you were very scholastic. But you're going to come in here and you're going to say my lists are garbage? Okay, sir. I will put my lists up against your lists. And I'll tell you this. It's not Schindler's List over here, buddy. We are the best list. F you. Merry Christmas to you. Bah humbug, you big jerk.
I want to jump in here real quick because admittedly, I did not prepare for this.
Play ball.
But I did look at Rotten Tomatoes' top Christmas movies, and here at number 11, Die Hard. Die Hard.
Yeah,
I just want you guys to
That's a
know.
huge debate. Is that a Christmas movie?
What's Christmas about it? That it's at Christmas time?
It's during a Christmas party.
Yeah, it's Christmas
But I agree
time.
with you. It has to make you feel like Christmas. That's what I'm looking for in my list. I got to make me feel like Christmas.
I'm not an action movie guy. You know? I'm really not about the action.
Don't you like the Avengers?
That's like, yeah, but that's like that's
straight
fantasy.
action.
That's fantasy.
So much action.
No, it's not. You cry at the end. There's
You
No,
cry in
only,
that
only
movie,
you
dude?
cry at the end. Not everyone. Actually, I don't think anybody cries in that movie.
an Endgame.
Yeah.
No one cries in that movie.
Maybe some girls that I've talked to that they told me that they cried at the end, but I haven't found the guy.
They're probably hot because I'm hot, and hot people cry. That's what happens. All right, folks.
Mark, wait, hold on.
Oh.
Rotten Tomatoes. Let's go up against our list. Tell me the
Give us the top 5.
go top 10 really quick. Go top 10.
All right.
Since
So
you started at 11, might as well. Not prepared?
here we go. Yeah, I got it. All right. So number 10 here is It's a Wonderful Life, from 1946.
Yeah, good. I mean, great movie. An angel always gets his wings, Daddy, with the bell.
There we go. Number 9 is Carol from 2015. Don't know about that. 2019 Claws is number 8. This one is a little bit of a debate I've been having in the household. And number 7 is Tim Burton's The Night Before
Yeah, I was
Christmas.
about to
That's not a
ask.
Christmas movie.
It's too Halloween.
The reason why I think it's a Halloween movie is because when you go to the parade in Disney, he's there during the Halloween parade, but he's not there during Christmas.
Done.
And on
Debate closed.
Freeform and like
They don't put
network,
it on.
they put it on during Halloween time. They
Yeah.
don't put it on Christmas time.
I agree 100% on that. Number 6 is Little Woman. Number 5 is Miracle on 34th Street, but the original, not the
Not the one that you like?
No.
Oh, ouch.
yeah. So number 4 is Tangerine.
Rotten
is
Tomatoes.
Rotten Tomatoes, you're not-
You guys are rotten, dude.
I don't know what they're doing here. Number 3 is The Holdovers.
Okay.
What?
All right. Yeah.
Good.
Good movie, but
Yeah, I don't.
Come on.
Meet Me in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Is number 2,
which is also portrayed on The Family Stone, and it's a crying part. You know.
okay.
Have yourself
And
a
number
merry
1, The Shop Around the Corner.
All right, listen, Rotten Tomatoes. I know you guys know movies and stuff, but that was a terrible list.
That was horrible.
Next time we're going to go to Freeform and ask for their list because that's what we got to do.
All right, real quick, Noche Buena. Do you guys do a pick, Cajachina?
We have 2 picks, bro. I gotta go to
Two
I gotta go
picks?
to my family's house, and then I stay there with them, and hopefully I can eat with them. And then if not, then I go over
the
to
Murrays?
Sarah's house.
Oh, so is their Noche Buena better than their Thanksgiving?
Yeah, Brandon's pig is good. So yeah, it's good.
Is it better than the one I made for the Super Bowl last year?
I think
You said that was the best
pig
you've
I've ever had, if I can remember. Your pig is you. I think you did 5 pigs in 4 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was
St.
really,
Timothy, we're not doing that again. We'll show up, but we're not going to your pig roast. And by the way, for Canes grad who won St. Timothy pig off, that's BS. It was rigged. It was absolutely rigged.
That's not fair.
Okay, everyone. Merry Christmas. Everyone says at work, happy holidays. Get the hell out of here. It's Christmas time. Merry Christmas. I hope you get everything that you wanted this year. Hopefully, the Dolphins, something happens with the Dolphins or the Canes, but I love you all very much. Merry Christmas to you and yours. Thank you for following us. Thank you for putting up with us. We love you very much. Chris, take us out.
And don't forget that this episode is brought to you by Saucedo Law, personal injury attorneys. If you've ever been injured in a car accident, you need more than just a lawyer. You need an advocate who truly cares and fights hard for what you deserve. Call Saucedo Law at 305-340-9082 or visit saucedolaw.com for your free consultation. Saucedo Law, where strength meets compassion. Sayonara, suckers.